Hi, I'm Scott Ferguson, Managing Editor with Information Security Media Group, and I'm talking to Deborah Kish. She is the Executive Vice President for Research and Marketing at Fasoo. Deborah, thanks very much for talking to us today. What can geese tell us about cybersecurity?
Not so much that geese can tell us something about cybersecurity, it's just that we can learn from geese. As they fly in a V formation when they're heading south for the winter, or if they're changing from one pond to another pond, they ultimately work together. So the geese in the very front do a lot of the hard work to make sure that there's a lot of lift for the geese in the back, and they can get to their destination more efficiently. They also do other things during their flight or during their journey. And what they do is they'll take turns being the head leader. And, so the head goose can take a break and have somebody else take the load and lead the pack, lead the gaggle, if you will. They also do other things like if someone falls out of the formation, two other geese will follow that goose down to the ground and stay with him until he can either fly again or until he passes away. So the point here is that they work as a team to get from where they are to where they're going. And I think that as humans, it's a very common assimilation between how humans can work together just in general.
So what should a CISO take from that V formation analogy that you have?
A CISO can take from that formation is that without teamwork and without everybody being on the same page and knowing what the other's goals are. So, we're in the data security industry, and how the CISO can understand better what the business units, what kind of data they collect, who has access to that information, things of that nature, and bring everybody together as a team and have a conversation about how their unstructured data security in general, but unstructured data security being the Wild West that it is. Just get everybody together and get on the same page. When you're starting an initiative, you need to understand what everybody's goals are, where they're at, what they have, what they don't have. And I think that bringing the whole team together, you can make a very powerful data security strategy.
Just switching gears briefly, you and I were talking a little bit about the insider threat, and you also had some thoughts on that. Well, what should CISOs know about that?
So insider threat is often overlooked. People make mistakes. We're all human. I've done it. I've sent files to people that shouldn't have, shouldn't see what it is. So things happen, and, we need to make sure that we're not taking it as a big brother watching, or we're restricting access for, to halt work or stall jobs and things like that. But what we need to do is just remember that insider threat comes in a few ways. So there's the accidental people. I accidentally sent a file to somebody that shouldn't have seen what's in that file. There are the people who are malicious, and they will take information and maybe try to launch their career or sabotage the company. And then there's other people who just kind of want to bypass the rules and the policies just to get their job done. So I think that, CISOs and the companies in general need to remember that people are human, they make mistakes, but you can put things in place to make sure that, these accidents don't happen or these malicious attacks don't happen.
Now, where does Fasoo fit into this whole conversation?
Okay, so we are an unstructured data. We protect unstructured data, and we do that at the file level. So we have a what I call a secret sauce called pack and tag. So ultimately, what we do is we encrypt a file, and then we add a unique identifier to it, which follows that file everywhere it goes. So it doesn't matter where the data is. It could be on a file share, it could be somewhere in the cloud, it could be in an alternate application.
So Debbie, we are speaking today at the ISMG Cybersecurity Summit here in New York City. What is the key takeaway for you from the last 2 days that we've been here?
Yeah, so what it's done is it's really confirmed to me that organizations do need to work together as a team, and they need to really take control of unstructured data and just data security in general. The conversations have just ultimately confirmed what I've been hearing and knowing, over the past 20, 25 years.
Deborah, thank you so much.
Thank you.
I'm Scott Ferguson with Information Security Media Group, and I was talking with Deborah Kish. She is with Fasoo. Thank you.